Hello, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram fam. Back for another interview. First, before we get going, I want to apologize for last night. Me not coming on with Jesse, but he will be on at 8 o'clock tonight. So, to update everybody that heard kind of what was going on, yes, my son had a wreck last night, but he's completely fine. His vehicle's completely fine. We just spent the day with him and he is completely fine. So thank you everybody that sent out good vibes, good wishes, prayers. I appreciate all that. So thank you very much on that. And thank you, Jesse, for being so good about last night and rescheduling for tonight. So on with Scotty Lee Williams. This is who I've got with me tonight. And I know sometimes y'all are used to seeing an IG takeover of whoever I'm doing the interview with. Scotty Lee was not able to do that today due to working a regular full-time job outside of music that he could not like carry his phone around with him and, be on IG all day. He had to do his regular 9 to 5, so to speak. So that's why y'all didn't see any of that today, but we're going to get it all in this interview. We're going to get to know him and what Scotty Lee's all about, and we're going to get to hear his music. So y'all just sit back and enjoy the next hour with us. So welcome, Scotty Lee. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Awesome. So good to have you here. And now you were telling me before we went on live, you had just literally got home from work. And
well, I've been working. I work from home right now, but I've
okay,
on the laptop all day, and when I get done with this, I'm gonna go back and do some more work.
Back to it. Well, and I think people have a misconception that if you work from home, that it's easier.
No,
and that's just not necessarily true.
It's just as stressful because internet's a little slower here, so you have to really buckle down and do your thing and find different ways to make yourself faster. So because you got to be just as efficient at home as you are at the office. So.
Exactly. And I think sometimes it's hard to do that. I've found that if I'm in my office right now, if I'm sitting in my office doing my work, I feel much more productive than if I sit comfy on my couch in my living room. I'm not near as productive if I do that. So I try to come in the office and do my work. It's a balance. It's a balance we all have to do. Yeah. All right. Well, let's kick this interview off with, I really hate saying interviews because it's really more of a conversation. But let's kick this off with some music of yours. What are you going to start us out with?
So I got this song. It's a patriotic song about my grandfather, but it's called "Breathe In, Breathe Out." It's a really good song. Basically about it's part for him and part for a lot of the stuff today, and I believe that because I do follow the military. My grandfather, he fought in Vietnam, so I believe that. I believe in the military, so basically I wrote this song about him, but it's also about basically a lot of stuff going on today. But it's really good. But I hope you enjoy it, though.
All right.
Breathe in, breathe out. We're the true genuine red blood, bleeding Americans. We stand for the free, dirt-stained hands. We're the stone cold fighters, original night riders. Ain't afraid to tell someone where we stand. Oh yeah. Right now we gotta fight for all our lives. It might take some time, man, it's worth the price. We'll get it figured Sometimes we gotta settle down and breathe in and breathe out and breathe out. He wears some old blue jeans branded by an old skull ring. He's a true gentleman that's raised up in the southern lands. He flies a rugged flag in memory of his old granddad. Says, let freedom ring and don't tread on me. Oh yeah. Right now we gotta fight for all our lives. It might take some time, but man, it's worth the price. We'll get it figured out. Sometimes we gotta settle down and breathe in and breathe out and breathe out. Right now we gotta fight for all our lives. It might take some time, but man, it's worth the price. Right now we gotta fight for all our lives. It might take some time, but man, it's worth the price. We'll get it figured out. Sometimes we gotta settle down and breathe in and breathe out and breathe out. Right now we gotta fight for all our lives.
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one a lot. Yeah, that's pretty special. Now, is your grandfather still living?
3 years ago. So.
Oh, I'm sorry for that. I know what that's all about. So did you write that prior to him passing away?
Yes,
or
actually,
was
yeah, I
it
wrote it 4 years ago. So
okay, so he was able to hear it.
no, he hadn't heard it. He was in the hospital a lot, so
Oh,
it was very.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, still, I'm sure he's major proud of you and
Oh yeah.
and
For sure.
yeah. Yeah, I love any song that is a tribute to our military.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, in any form or fashion. I mean, I have a son-in-law that's a active Air Force pilot, and my other son-in-law is medically retired from the Army. So, yeah, I wholeheartedly support the military, and just sometimes I think they just don't get the support they deserve. So anytime I love it when artists show their support for our military. And and I said I wasn't going to talk about politics. I'm really going to try to stay in this lane. But you don't have to like what our government is having them to do to still support them.
Right.
They're doing their job. They don't have any choice of where they're told to go and what they're told to do.
Correct.
They have to do it. So, and they still deserve our support. So, appreciate you writing a song like that. Is that one that you plan on releasing?
Yeah. So we're gonna go to the studio soon, and we're gonna record three more songs and do a 5-song EP. We're gonna try and do 4 more, and then we'll have 6 total. So that way we can release something really good. It's just we're having a hard time trying to find a really good studio. I'm picky, so I got to make sure it's a studio I like, the kind of sound I like. Because you can go to any studio and record, doesn't mean it's going to be what you want. So,
yeah. Are you in Nashville?
No, I actually am in Florida.
You're in Florida. Okay. I was gonna say when we get offline, I can recommend you a really good
Now I do
studio.
go up to Nashville, so I mean, if the price is right and the sound is good, I would go up to Nashville and record for sure.
Yeah,
That's where I got my other 2 songs recorded. So
yeah. Well, I'll talk to you a little bit about that when we go offline.
okay.
Not to veer too much into me and what I do. Um, but yeah. So where in Florida are you from?
Lake City.
Lake City. What's that near?
It's about 30 miles north of Gainesville, Florida,
Okay.
or about 50 miles west of Jacksonville.
Gotcha. Okay. So you're more on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, it's about, I don't know how many miles from really the Gulf. It's not too far from Steenhatchee. I don't know if you know where that's at.
Okay. Well, my dad lives in Jacksonville, and then brother in Orlando and sister in, well, I've got 2 brothers and a sister down there. And then my dad's in Jacksonville. So between Jacksonville, Orlando, and Merritt Island, and New Smyrna. So I'm all like East Coast of Florida. I'm
Well,
familiar.
literally, if you're going down 75 to go to Orlando, you go through Lake City. We're called the Gateway of Florida because I-10 and 75 cross through Lake City.
Okay. All right.
Interstate, so.
Okay. I know what you're talking about now then. Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Can you see the comments on your side? Are you on a computer or phone?
I'm on a iPad. So
Okay, yeah, because there's several comments coming.
is it? I can't see them. I'm on what we're streaming off of, but is it on Facebook or?
Yeah, it should be on the StreamYard, like you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing on the StreamYard app. Somewhere there, like to the right of the screen should be comments.
No, it just says I'm on the show.
Okay. I haven't looked at it from a tablet, so I'm not sure how that works. But okay, I'll let you know what they're saying then. Barbara Griffin, she must be a big fan of yours. She says she has a beautiful Stetson hat that would look great on a country music man. She said you're doing a great job, and to ask him to sing Old Red. Okay. Maybe he's tired of singing it, but he gives it so much credit.
Yeah.
Or Beautiful Crazy, she said.
Yeah, we'll sing Old Red. I haven't learned Beautiful Crazy on the guitar yet, so.
Yeah. Oh, she said she competed in a contest with you last summer and you beat her. She was second.
Yeah, it was a karaoke competition at this place we downtown. It was called Sal's, but now it's called Frankie's. So.
Awesome. Okay. And then we've got Crystal and Anchorstorm. I'm sorry, Crystal. I'm butchering your last name. Crystal Anchorstrom.
Yeah, Crystal Anchorstrom.
There you go. That's it.
That's my girlfriend. So.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, Crystal. We just kind of virtually met. And then I'm so sorry for butchering her last name. And then we've got my friend Jovan on. Hey, Jovan. Jovan is watching all the way from Scotland.
Holy smokes.
Yes. And he has
airtime right there.
He has a show very similar to mine. It's called Night Owl Promotions. And he's just an awesome guy. He does not miss a show of mine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ever since we found each other's show, he comes on every single interview I have. So he's so dedicated. He's great. And then we have Ashley Starr. She says she loves your music.
Awesome.
So, all right. I'll try to
see all this. I don't know why I can't see all this.
Yeah.
Kind of weird.
Yeah.
It works.
So, well, if Crystal wants to come in and see if she can fix it, since she's the techie one of you two there, she's welcome to. I don't know how to tell you to fix it on a tablet.
I don't know either. I just know there's stuff at the bottom.
He's like, help, fix it.
I could just read it here.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, cool.
That works. All right, awesome. Yeah, I always love for y'all to be able to see the comments when they come in. All right, that works out great.
Right.
Okay. So, how long have you been doing music and what got you started in it?
I've been doing music for 12 years, but before music, I was writing poetry.
Oh, okay.
So I started with poetry, and once I started writing, I picked up a guitar. I bought my very first guitar from a lady named Wheezy Daniels, a really, really good close friend of mine, and it was her daddy's guitar. It was an old Epiphone made back in, I believe, the 40s.
Oh, wow.
And it had a lot of miles on it, I'll tell you that. But it was a really good guitar, and I started learning. I learned the basic chords, but I taught myself how to play. I taught myself how to sing. I didn't have any help. That's why I say it's a God-given gift or talent, because
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know where it came from. There's only one explanation. So
Yeah, for sure. Now, so you taught yourself how to play the guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
I dibble dabble with the piano, but I it's been a while since I played, and every now and then I can play a little bit. But I wrote a song one time a long time ago, but I don't remember what it is. But no, I want to learn to play piano some more, because piano's a really beautiful instrument too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I love the piano. I have so many regrets that I didn't, because I'm not musical. I cannot sing. I mean, I think I'm great like in the shower in the car by myself. But, other than that, forget it. I don't know how to play any instruments, and I, so regret that. I wished I would have learned how to play at least the piano or the guitar.
So the only thing I regret is I wish I had learned how to play guitar at a younger age, because I
Yeah.
started at like 17.
Yeah.
So if I had played it like when I was younger, I would know so much more, and I think I'd be further advancing in my career. But everything happens for a reason, so there's got to be a reason why I started late. So, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think it's just a lot easier the younger you start doing anything. It's
Yeah,
easier to
for sure.
learn. And that's like, I have 6 grandkids altogether, but my oldest daughter has 3 girls, twins that are 11 and a 9-year-old. All 3 of them are playing instruments and something different. So she's got one on the piano, one on the guitar, and one on the fiddle. And, well, violin, but we have to call it a fiddle.
Yes.
And I love that she's got the 3 of them doing that at 9 and 11, because they're just absorbing everything.
It's the perfect time to do it because they're learning so much. So.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they're loving it. They're loving it. So, yeah, I think I was going to add, this will go with my next question. That would be my advice to any child of whatever age that thinks they want to get into music. Start young.
Oh, yeah.
Start young. But if you
vocal lessons too, like
vocal lessons,
very, very important at a young age to develop your vocals. They will change over time, but whenever they do change, you'll be so strong and so vibrant than someone that learned when they were 17, because your vocals and your voice is growing. So it's the perfect opportunity to take those measures to expand it, because there's no telling how far you'll go. When you are 17, you'll be singing like 30-year-olds,
Yeah. Yeah. I never thought about that. And I guess it's because I can't sing. I wouldn't have thought about that. But yeah. And sometimes it's been very curious to me and interesting to learn why people that can already sing take vocal lessons. And I'm like, why are you taking vocal lessons? You can already sing so beautifully. But I never really understood that your voice is an instrument.
Yeah, you got to fine tune it.
Yeah. And I never really understood that until, in the past 6 or 7 months or so.
Well, people don't seem to understand. They can sing real good, but there is a limit that you push past, that you can sing differently and better without pushing so hard on your vocal cords.
Right.
But people think that pushing hard and sounding real loud is amazing and people are going to love it, which is true. People will love it, but you're also going to burn yourself out.
Right.
Trying to impress somebody because you want to push. So you got to learn noise control and vocal control. That's a very, very important thing because you can damage your vocal cords by pushing too hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's happened to several singers in the past. So.
And there's a difference between belting a song out and just singing loud.
Yes, very much. Difference between screaming and actually singing.
Right, right. I used to have a friend that he was very talented. He had a beautiful voice. But he was told by someone to take vocal lessons because you're screaming too much. And I mean, he was a country singer, but he was told you're screaming too much. You need to take vocal lessons to learn how to not scream and still be powerful.
Right.
So
you gotta use a lot of your diaphragm.
Right.
To push past the vocal cords, because a lot of people don't know how to use it, and they push too much stress on their throat, and that's not real good. So,
well, yeah, and especially when you're using that instrument daily for hours.
Oh yeah.
You've got to learn how to take care of it.
You do.
And I've heard a lot of people say too that, you think you have just this range, but if you go and take vocal lessons, you'll learn that maybe you can go lower or higher than what you originally thought.
Oh yeah.
Is that?
Sure. I make it a point with every song I do. So a song will come out and I can't hit the highs. I can't hit the high note or the low note. So I make it a goal. I'm going to keep singing it. I'm going to keep trying it until I hit it. And when I hit that, I'm going to learn another one. That's part of just.
Yeah. I like that.
Expanding your range. And
yeah,
songs 2 years ago, I couldn't hit. I can hit now because I learned to, because the vocals are like a muscle and it expands and contracts. And you got to learn how to just pretty much work it out to make your voice stronger. Just like big Blake Shelton, for instance, when he sang Austin and Old Red to now, completely different vocal sound.
Yeah.
And he still has the same sound, but now he's got some grit in his voice. Like when he sings God's Country.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He sings that with a heck of a gravel. And
I love that.
Austin, when he sang Austin, I don't think he was able to do it back then because his voice was different. He expanded, he grew. Of course, he's, been singing a lot longer than I have, but if I sang as much as him and played as many shows, I would be up there too. But that's part of growth. So.
Yeah. Now, do you think it's, for guys during the teenage years? Well, you said you didn't start really until 17.
Right.
So you'd already had that voice change.
Right.
But I just, girls don't have that drastic of a voice change that they have to deal with. So that I don't think it's as hard on them, but I can just imagine how strange or odd it would be going from that, young guy's voice to after your voice changes. And then,
for sure.
I wonder if you have to learn all over again to adjust because your voice is so different, or
you'll never be able to sing the same again. Because your voice does deepen, and I imagine it's a lot harder for a guy to adjust than it is a girl.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Luckily, I started afterwards, but I don't think I was able to sing back then. So.
No, you probably were. You just didn't recognize it at that time. I don't know. That's just always something that's been like really interesting to me is the voice change and singing that that must add some level of difficulty, I would just think.
For sure.
Yeah. I don't know. So you've mentioned Blake Shelton. So is he like one of your inspirations, someone that you kind of looked up to musically, or who are your
the very first concert I ever been to?
Cool.
Wild Adventures. It was him and Josh Turner. And Josh Turner's a big role model of mine as well because of his deep voice. I
Oh
started
yeah.
singing Long Black Train when I was younger, and that's how I started getting the lower. But I've always been a fan of Blake Shelton, and I always sang his songs. Like if I ever went on The Voice and made it, I would definitely be on Blake Shelton's team. But,
There would be no
just,
question, huh?
yeah, but now when I went to his concert, he had the whole business in the front, party in the back.
Oh
going
yeah,
on.
yeah, that curly mullet.
And I'll tell you, but it was his, and he sang Some Beach, Old Red. Like I don't know, it was a really good concert. So he's definitely somebody I look up to.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, I think he's absolutely amazing. I remember him from the very beginning of his career. So yeah, that gives my age away. But yeah, he was. I mean, he's just fabulous. He is one that you can definitely look up to and mold your career after.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's out there to be done, he's done it.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people that their first answer would have been like Garth Brooks, but and nothing against the man, nothing against Garth Brooks. I thoroughly enjoy him, but I don't know. There's just something about.
I'm a '90s country guy, so.
I definitely am too. And Garth falls in that
Right.
decade. But I was just never a huge Garth fan. I had others that I just liked better. But not to take away from his talent. He's definitely got some. But if you had like a magical phone that you could just pick up and call whoever you wanted to open for, who would that be?
Definitely Blake Shelton.
You're gonna stick with Blake all the way around.
That's my number one go-to. And
yeah.
I just love his music. I love his sound, and that's where I got a lot of my twang from. I was singing his music. So.
That makes
Brantley
sense.
Gilbert, I started listening to Brantley Gilbert, and that's where I got a lot of the gravel in my voice. So.
Yeah. Oh, he's another good one. I like him too.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of country artists out there today that I don't really, I can't say I don't like them or I don't enjoy their music. For the most part, I like them all. But I love music. I love music, and I go outside of country as well. So, I mean, country is my favorite. And if somebody said to me, you can only listen to one genre of music, what will it be? It would be country.
Same.
But I like all the other genres as well. So do you play play and sing other genres of music, or?
Yes, I do play some different genres. I play some pop, but like Ed Sheeran is one that I play. And
oh yeah.
I play a song by the Animals, House of Rising Sun. I play quite a few other different songs outside of it, but when I play it, I don't play it the way they play it. I want to play it the way
your way.
Play.
Yeah.
It's got to be my own. And sometimes I'll change the whole key. I'll change it from a E chord to a minor chord and complete, because I'm a minor guy. I like my minor chords because that's where my voice fits perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I like to change it.
Well, yeah, I don't want to hear you sing an Ed Sheeran song and try to copy Ed Sheeran. If I did, I'd just go listen to Ed Sheeran.
Right.
I want to hear your version of it. Yeah, I love to hear artists doing cover songs. As long as, like you said, you're doing it in your version.
Right.
Not trying to cover that artist 100%,
Yeah. It's kind of like a toss-up because, like, when you go out and play, people want to hear it exactly the way it's played. Some people want to hear it differently. So it's, I wouldn't say it's 50-50. I think it's more like 60-40 or 70-30, like where 70% wants to hear it differently because people come out to hear live music to hear what they sound like, not if they want to hear basically what a Thomas Rhett song, they'll hear it on the radio or the jukebox or something like that. But live music is to me, is something that this artist goes out, shows their passion, shows their work, shows what they bleed for. And that's what people like to hear and see, because anybody can sing, or any band can play the same way as an original artist.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to do that. I don't.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, like I played last night in Gainesville, and I sang a couple songs that were covers, totally did it my way, and people were just like, they just loved it because it was different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's why I like doing it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think not so different that it's not recognizable.
Right.
But definitely your spin on it.
Yeah.
I think that's the way covers should be, in my opinion. But okay. So I don't know what you had planned for your second song, if you were going to do a cover song or one of yours. Which way were you going?
I'll sing Old Red, since someone said go ahead and sing.
And somebody requested it. All right.
Well, I called my wife with another man, and it cost me $99 on a prison farm in Georgia, low southern Florida line. Well, I've been here for 12 long years, finally made the war my friend. So he sentenced me to a life of ease, taking care of old Red. Old Red, he's the damnedest dog that I've ever seen. Got a nose that can smell a 2-day trail. He's a 4-legged tracking machine. You can't consider yourself mighty lucky to get past the gators in a quicksand beds. But all these years that I've been here, ain't nobody got past Red. Well, in the water say, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun, riddle that tree for the morning gone. Well, I paid off the guard and I skipped out a letter to my cousin up in Tennessee. Oh, and he brought down a blue tick hound. She was pretty as she could be. Well, they pinned her up in the swampland about a mile south of the gate. I take old Red for a evening run. I just drop him off the way. Well, in the water say, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun, riddle that tree for the morning gone. Old Red got real used to saying, it's the lady of the night. So I kept him away for 3 or 4 days, waited till the time got right. Well, I made my run for the evening sun, and I smiled when I heard him turn red out. Well, I was headed north to Tennessee, and old Red was headed south. And the water say, come on somebody, why don't you run? Old Red's itching, have a little fun. Get my lantern, get my gun, riddle that tree for the morning gone. Well, there's red-haired blue ticks all in the sound. got me in here, and love got me. How?
Awesome job. Now I know why Barbara wanted you to do that song. All right. Let's look at some of these comments. We've got a lot. Barbara, I love the comments that you're making here.
Barbara would come to karaoke and she would have different colored hair a lot.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. She mentions Softer has more empathy and feeling and saves your voice. And Johnny Cash knew that as well as Kenny Rogers. Barbara, girl, you are talking about some men that I love right there. Lord rest their
Lizzie,
souls.
you don't like my Christmas lights and dream catchers?
Hey, I didn't mention the lights, but I love the dream catchers. But yeah, I love the lights too.
Lizzie, she lives in Orlando, so.
Oh, does she? Oh, awesome. Okay, Barbara, I do remember Mickey Newberry. I do. Okay. She says she's going to sing men's songs. I never sing a hit song that a female recorded. Just men. All right, go girl. Let's see. Oh, there's Lizzie. Okay. Ask Scotty what's up with this strange background in his house. Oh. All right. Love it. Okay. So during all this COVID mess, let me go back to the song. I'm sorry. I went to comments. Great. Because since we were talking about cover songs and playing cover songs, I definitely love that. I guess because I know the song so well by Blake Shelton, I don't think you're definitely not trying to copy him, but you're singing the song and not really changing it up. But yeah, I would actually love. Since you like Blake so well, I would actually love to see what you would do with that song if you wanted to change it. That would be cool.
I would definitely. I haven't figured out a way to change it yet. I do it. I do sing it kind of like how he does it, but I got put more of like a soul into it.
Yeah, and your voice is deeper.
It's kind of grungy, and that's why I think.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, that's why I say it's definitely different sounding than his, but like you didn't change the makeup of it at all. No. But there's definitely a difference in it. Yeah. But yeah, I loved it. So good job, Barbara, requesting that one. All right, so during this COVID time. And you live in Florida, you're not like in, Nashville where, or most of the action is, so to speak. What keeps you driven to do music during this time? Because COVID has just took a hard hit on the music industry.
So when COVID started, I was playing a little bit of shows where it's kind of nice. I just took a break.
Yeah.
A little bit of head clearing. Plus, I had my regular job. But about a month ago, when I got with National Entertainment Weekly Records, I just started pushing.
And they're fabulous, by the way. Shout out to Jill.
I started.
Love her.
I don't know, I got with my girlfriend and my friend Matt, and basically we started booking. And believe it or not, shows aren't like what they were before. I don't think they ever will be for a while.
Yeah.
Because people are so used to what it is now, and it's like this is the new norm, and anything outside of that's different.
Yeah.
But really, my fans and my family and my friends push me, and believe me, there are some times where I'm just tired, and I say I just don't feel like doing this today. And that's why you have to have a really good support system. Doing this on your own, and to be completely honest, if you were doing it on your own with no support system, it's very, very easy to give up, because I will never give up music, but performing is different. Like if I was doing it by myself and I wasn't getting anywhere, it's very easy to say, you know what, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But you got to learn to separate yourself from those people who fail so easily because they give up, because they think, okay, maybe I'm not good enough. I don't have the support system. Now, I won't lie. Coming back from Nashville with Jill and TJ, my support system grew. I mean, we hit, within weeks, we got over 1,000 followers additional to what we had before. And it just got bigger, and I started playing different shows, and more people were more interactive. Lake City Reporter, which is our newspaper around town, they picked up the story on that, and it's just been going up ever since. And I think if I pushed real hard during COVID, when COVID's done, it's going to just go even faster. It's going to skyrocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
COVID is just an excuse. For people
to weed out the weak ones.
Yeah. So I understand taking a break, but don't use COVID as an excuse not to advance.
Exactly.
People are still doing it. I'm anywhere between 10 to 14 shows a month still.
Oh, awesome.
But it's not as much as I used to get paid, because, half capacity. If they got half capacity, they can't really pay you full, which is fine. I understand. Right. But don't make that. Now, I do take the precautions. I do have Lysol. I do make sure I got hand sanitizer, so that, because my voice is the moneymaker, and I don't want to lose my voice because of something airborne or whatever. But I'm not going to let COVID stop me from doing what I want. And I'll say this, it has taught me to do more internet stuff. Yeah. Because everything is so virtual right now during COVID, because people are doing the virtual chip jars. They're doing these live shows, takeovers, for instance. So like, I have learned to take advantage of that with the help of my friends. And basically we were able to do that. You post your Venmo, your PayPal, and you're able to generate income by doing that. Now, is it easy? No. Am I behind on the times? A little bit, but maybe it was a good thing, because it taught me something. So but I'm still doing my live shows. I still go out. I still play. I still interact. I even do free shows. I played a little bit at a grand opening, or not a grand opening. It was a kids event for a gym in Live Oak, Florida, that it's called Country Strong Gym. So
I saw that on your page.
Yeah, so it was really cool. And I'm not all about making money. So, I mean, I like doing free events because it's about getting out there and interacting.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, you definitely got to try to make money at it. That's
for sure.
Eventually where you want your career to go. But unfortunately, during COVID, that's kind of where we're at with a lot of the locations. Yeah. They just can't afford to pay the musicians.
For sure.
Even in Nashville. And it's really hit a lot of people hard. But I think, too, it's either, I feel like maybe it's made people take a deeper look and, try to decide, is this really what I want to do? Or or should I be doing something else?
Well, I think like before COVID,
to look deep inside and see what they're made out of, because the music industry is hard anyway.
Oh, for sure.
And you add this on top of it, it makes it even, that much more harder.
Yeah, so for a lot of people, when this whole thing happened, music was life. Music was their only source of income, which is great. And it's great to live that way, because if you had that much shows and that much support, you're doing good. But when this hit, everything closed.
Oh, yeah.
And nobody could sing out. And believe me, I've seen a lot of musicians friends say, what do we do? What do we do? I think you should always have a backup plan. You should always have a plan B, just in case something happens like this.
Yep.
It's smart, and it's a great business move. Just like if you're doing music on the side. I think you can learn like some things on the computer. Like I see a lot of people, they use Fiverr to make logos or EPKs and do this and that. If you can hone in on that on the side, people still need stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're still looking for people to do stuff like that. So it's more like being an entrepreneur. Pretty much as a musician, you are an entrepreneur of your own trade.
Right.
But if you can branch off of that and do different things, like, for instance, learn how to do studio work. People love studio musicians to play on their stuff. If you become a good studio musician, people pay good money for studio musicians. So you just gotta, I think there's a part where people learn how to branch out from themselves. Because it not only forced them to do it because they had no choice. So
yeah,
COVID wasn't a great thing, but it was a good thing in a sense too. It got people out of their comfort zone.
Exactly.
That's what a lot of people needed, because they were too comfortable with how they were living, that they were fine. And then this happened.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's going to strengthen a lot of people.
I agree. Yeah, I agree 100% right there. And a lot of people have used it, have used the time just to build up their song catalog.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I feel like there's been a lot more music releases, you know, especially like over the summer and now into the fall. There's so many, it's like every week somebody's releasing new music.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so much more of that, I feel like, going on now than what did before. But I've talked to a lot of artists that they're like, oh yeah, just been writing and just, building up their song catalog.
For sure. That's a perfect opportunity. So
yeah. So have you done that during this time? Have you been doing more?
Yeah, I've written a couple
you usually
songs.
do?
I've actually got like 3 songs that I started. I do work a full-time job, so like it's hard to really focus a lot on songwriting when needing to, because I gotta, you gotta pay the bills. But I have written a couple songs. I can play one too here in a minute if you want. But I got a few songs that I've written, maybe 60%, but I gotta get with some songwriting friends and we're gonna finish it.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff too.
Cool. So besides the EP that you were talking about, getting ready to come out, what can we look for from you, in the future? What kind of plans have you got? Have you got plans of going to Nashville, or you're keeping your roots in Florida, or what does your future kind of look like, your 5-year plan?
The 5-year plan is I want to be able to be successful in music. As far as Nashville, I love Nashville. It's a wonderful, it is music city, not just for country, but for every music genre there is, I believe.
Exactly. Yeah.
I went up there, a month ago or a couple months ago, and basically like people are still playing out. There's still people on the streets doing, every time I go there, there's this one guy, he's always playing on the piano, and he's got this microphone that distorts his voice, and he sings like these old school jazzy kind of things. And there's another guy, he plays drums on buckets. I see him like there all the time, but it is Music City, and it's a lot harder for someone to. You are around a lot of people, you are around a lot of good network, but everybody's there doing the same thing you're doing.
Exactly.
You have a lot harder opportunity to be successful there than you do, let's say, if I'm in Florida. There's plenty of Florida venues. So I think in the next couple years, I'm going to tour Florida. I'm going to do Georgia. Just plant some roots out there, kind of expand it. So that way, if I ever do go to Nashville, which I will, if I ever go to Nashville, I got all this behind me. I can prove I did what I did.
Yeah.
So that I'll be able to advance myself there.
Right.
A lot of people think, I'm just going to move to Nashville and it's going to be great. No, it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. For you to get noticed, you have to have a following. You have to be persistent and consistent. If you slack off for a couple weeks, or if you don't do as much anymore, people start losing touch of you because they're not seeing you anymore.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying is, like, for me, I don't have like the money to do everything, but I have the drive. Sometimes drive is the drive to success makes it so much worth it in the end than it does
Oh,
to have
yeah.
all this money and to be able to just put it out there. It's the
Absolutely.
best. It's the best feeling, I guess. You know?
Yeah.
Sorry, I talk a lot. I get really passionate about stuff.
No, I have loved it. See, this is exactly what I want my show to be. I told you, it's not the usual Q&A thing. It's a conversation. And
Right.
that's what I love. We just kind of start talking, and wherever it leads, it leads. And so that's how I love doing my show. So I love it. So no apologies needed. And anybody that knows me can tell you I am a talker. So if you can get me to be quiet and listen, then what you're saying is really great, because otherwise I'd be talking. So yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed having you on. It has been fantastic. I've loved getting to know you a little bit and kind of learn about you and what your music career path looks like. And I think that is an awesome idea. I know another, excuse me, I know another artist that goes between Florida and, I don't want to mess up and say which state, northern. It's one of the I ones. I don't remember which one, so I'm not going to say. But he is doing kind of like what you're talking about, but he's in Key West, Florida. So he's like way, way, way away from you. But that's kind of what he's doing, is he just, in the wintertime, he's down there. In the summertime, he's up north, and he just goes back and forth, and he's building there and in between. And it's, I think that's a good way to do it. Like you said, you build your roots and you get recognized, in your home area. And you've got that following that's going to stay with you forever, no matter where you go.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's like this. People seem to believe that country's only here or there. There's a song by Brantley Gilbert called "Country Must Be Countrywide." Country is everywhere.
Absolutely.
Rock is everywhere. Classic rock, R&B, pop, hip hop. It's all everywhere.
Oh yeah.
You just got to go out and do it.
Yeah.
It might not be as prominent or dominant in other places, but I have had people say, I don't like country music, but man, with the way you sing it, I kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all about piquing somebody's interest.
Yeah. And isn't that the best compliment?
It is amazing.
And then, you've got like Jovan that's on here from Scotland, they love country music over there. Ireland, they love country music. It's not just in what you would think would be a country town or a country state. Country music is everywhere, like you say, and it's loved everywhere.
That's another thing in the future. I would love to go to another country and sing.
Oh yeah.
If I ever had the opportunity, that's a bucket list thing for sure.
Oh yeah. I think that's a great thing to strive for. I don't see any reason why you're not going to make it. You've got amazing music. Your voice is great. You're such a personable guy. And that goes a long way too. In making it, it's not just the music ability, it's the likability,
right,
that goes along with it. And you've got that going for you as well. So I wish you the best of luck in the future and in your career and everything that you're going after. Just keep driving hard at it, and you'll get there for sure.
I believe it.
Yeah. All right. So what are you going to end us out with?
This one's called "This Time Around."
Okay.
It was
and
written.
You just wrote this one,
ma'am?
You just wrote this one recently?
Yeah. It's not too old. I finished writing it about a couple months ago, so it's really good. But it's different than what I usually have. But
all right.
Scotland person, please share. 1,000 times. Got a smile that makes you feel good inside. Got a cute attitude that drives me wild. Yeah. Kind of girl that drives a man insane. Kind of like a dancing in the rain. Beautiful in every kind of way. Girl, you know you brighten up my day. You're one in a million kind of girl. Kind of put the color in my world. I swear that I'm a different man. I hope that soon you'll understand. I want to show you me. And maybe you'll believe when I say, come on, girl, let's do this. I want to lose it. Come on now, it's going down this time around. Well, I travel near and far and wide, till all the good ones pass me by. Girl, you know I can't deny, you're the one that changed my life. You put the dancing in my shoes. You put the motion to my groove. Show me how to move around with every beat drop of a sound. Yeah. You're one in a million kind of girl. Kind of put the color in my world. I swear that I'm a different man. I hope that soon you'll understand. I want to show you me. And maybe you'll believe when I say, come on, girl, let's do this. I want to lose it. Come on now, it's going down this time around. Come on, girl, let's do this. I want to lose it. Come on now, it's going down. Come on, girl, let's do this. I want to lose it. Come on now, it's going down this time around. That's it.
Yeah, I like that. Now, you said that's different than what you normally write. So, are you mean you don't normally
So
write slower songs or love songs
the
or?
song, that song was, when I started writing music, it was all love songs and what I thought love could be. But then I wrote my first upbeat song. It was called Find Your Way, and it was about a girl leaving the country boy for the city. And he said, I always tell you, you're going to come back because you like the Southern country charm. You can go to the city all you want, but you're going to come back. You'll find your way back to me. It was really good. And I haven't played it in a long time. I don't know if I can remember the chords right now, but basically, I like songs like the very first song I sang, the patriotic song. That's
Yeah.
the stuff I like because it comes from the heart.
Yeah.
I like writing songs of what I think things are or fun things, but when I write a song that comes from here and that I experience, it's a whole different song. It's a different way I perform it and put it out.
Yeah.
this song was just a fun song. I don't even remember how I started writing it, but it was just, I don't know. It had a lot of play on words, and I thought it was kind of like a Sam Hunt kind of feel. Because I want to write music to sell to. Because, like, I love my music. I don't know if I could ever sell the ones I really love. Yeah. But I would like to write music that other people would buy because it sounds something like they can relate to. There's a song I called Be Mine. I would live down in Fort Myers for 2.5 years. And it's a beachy song. It's very kind of, it's not rappy, but it's got a flow to it that Sam Hunt, I think, would be perfect for. And I play it all the time. And I do it with 2 different microphones when I perform out. There's a copper phone and a regular microphone. People love it. By far, everybody's favorite song when I play out is my song, Be Mine. By far. Huh. And it's such a really good song. But it's something that I think I would love to sell to a major artist because I know it's a hit. Yeah. But I just got to get it out there. So, but it's really good. So.
Huh. Do you want to play it? You can't talk about it like that and then not play it. I mean, come on.
Friday, I thought I'd head down to the Tiki. Got to say 9:30 on the polish off my work week. I saw this girl, she was walking across the dance floor, looking so pretty. So I thought I'd write a song. So here it goes. Looking at you, watching you move, feeling the groove. You know I want to just get your name and buy you a drink. Tell you all the right things you want to hear, like you and me are walking the beach. From the crashing the waves that build the beat, taking nice and slow, you know what I mean. Ain't nothing but the moon to see. I want to hear you laugh and make you smile. How this night lasts a while, break the sand in time and just a drive. Tick to the tiger to stop, yeah. You and me, yeah, girl, we're meant to be. Swept me off my feet. It's like destiny. Took my breath away. I beg you to stay. I swear that one day you'll be mine. A little rough right now. Well, that girl, she stuck around. Must have done something good. It's like a bass hanging on a line. She's hooked. I took her to my crib to show her where I live. She saw that old Bayliner sitting there. She's begging for a ride. So fire it up. Cruising the shore, stroking the boat. The motors are rolling, she's begging for more. Full throttle, straight ahead. As my thoughts dance in our head, we'll be rocking the boat and having some fun. Just chilling with the captain of rum. Turn to sing around and head on back. To my places where it's at, campfire. In your eyes, you're by my side. Old guitar to serenade the night. Well, the moon is full, the sky is bright. Such a beautiful sight, yeah. You and me, yeah, girl, we're meant to be. Swept me off my feet like destiny. You took my breath away. I beg you to stay. I swear that one day you'll be mine. Oh, you'll be mine. Ain't nothing like you and me, girl, taking us thing to a whole new world, setting the course of reality, changing our minds, setting our souls free. You feel the blood is coursing through your veins, driving your heart and body insane. It's like you built the house and found the key, unlock the doors to eternity. 'Cause you and me, yeah, girl, we're meant to be. Swept me off my feet, just like destiny. You took my breath away. I beg you to stay. I swear that one day you'll be mine. Oh, you'll be mine. Vocals are a little rough tonight, but
No, I think it sounded great. You're tired. It's okay.
But live is so much better.
No, I think it sounded great.
Something about a live performance.
Well,
it just, you have all the sound and everything working with you. It's, you're in a whole different world.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's when you've got people that you feed off of their energy, then I feel like you perform that much better. Not that, you're not performing great tonight, but yeah, it's a whole different energy when you're live. I totally get that. Barbara says your voice is unique and has a lot of places it can go. I agree, Barbara. I agree. You said that pretty well. Yeah. All right. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed having you on here, and I would just stay longer and keep talking, but I've got to make it up to Jesse and have his interview here in about 15 minutes. So we will definitely do this again sometime. I would love to have you back on again and catch up with you and see what's been happening with you in a few months. We'll work that out sometime.
I'm hoping in a few months it's going to be a lot better. I'm busy right now, but I've got a feeling it's going to get busier.
Yeah. I think. Oh yeah. Okay. Do you normally sing? Do you sing any Johnny Cash songs?
Yes.
Yeah. Barbara just put Folsom Prism, and I'm thinking your voice would be like.
I sing that one. I do it differently than the way he does it, but it's like, I don't know. It's more, I put a lot of soul. So I grew up in like different churches. So I learned how to sing soul. I learned how to sing the Baptist. I think that had a lot of my upbringing.
Yeah.
I definitely do Folsom Prison. So
I love it when you can inject that kind of soul churchy sound.
Yeah.
Into your music. I don't know how else to say it other than
like
that.
A Chris Stapleton kind of thing. I love Chris
Stapleton. Yeah.
That dude.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, you are on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, all music platforms.
Yeah, I got Small Town Country and Get Lost are on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, all the streaming platforms. So that's available for download. And
I love Small Town Country.
Do you really?
I love that song. Yes.
That song is about the town I grew up in because we had a bowling alley, movie theater, and a skating rink. That's like all we had for fun. If we had to have fun, we went to Gainesville because they had a lot more. So we have a big national forest here in Lake City. It's called Osceola National Forest. And it goes into Georgia. It's like thousands upon thousands of acres, but trails, four-wheeler trails, Jeep trails, you name it. And
that's my kind of fun right there.
That was our fun. Now, we would ride till, morning light, just have fun, go out there. A lot of mud. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking down at my phone actually. Jesse just messaged me and said he got a last minute opportunity to play a gig for money. I'm like, go.
Oh yeah.
We'll reschedule the interview. You go.
it happens. That's part of the business.
Oh yeah, definitely.
as much as I love doing interviews, but I've had a couple where, hey, we got a show right now. If you want to come, I'm like, okay, I got to go do the show.
I never get upset if someone needs to reschedule because they've got a paying gig. Because, you know, I'm not paying you to be on here. You're just, you know, we're just doing this together. For fun. And, you know, hopefully you gain a few more followers out of it and, you know, vice versa. So no, if anybody ever has to reschedule with me because they have, a last minute gig that's come up that's going to pay them, shoot, no, go. Yeah, I'm totally good with that. Does not bother me in the least. So yeah, and those shoot, we can always reschedule stuff like that. So, but yeah, I have loved having you on here. We're gonna have to do this again. Barbara, I don't know that he feels up to it, but I will ask him. She's wanting you to play Folsom Prison. I mean, that's totally up to you. One. That is totally up to you, my friend.
I hear the train a-coming, rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Now I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. Time keeps dragging on. Well, that train keeps moving on down to San Antonio. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't ever play with guns. But I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. Now when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. Well, I bet this rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking big cigars. Well, I knew I had it coming. I swear I can't be free. Well, those people keep moving, and that's what tortures me. Well, if they free me from this prison and that railroad train is mine, I'll probably take it on a little farther down the line. Yeah, far from Folsom Prison is where I want to stay. And I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.
Sorry, I lost my mouse to unmute. That was great. Yeah. I love your deep, gritty voice in that. And I can see how you changed it up just a touch, but absolutely not taken away from that song.
Yeah.
Now, with that being said, I think there are some songs that you would be doing an injustice to change it.
Yeah, there are some songs, correct.
And that's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of them for sure that well, I mean, I don't know. I said that. Now I don't know. It might be interesting to see what people do with that. But I don't know.
I've heard a lot of people do different versions, and it's just I do like the high at the end because I can sing all the lows. Like I can hit the lows, but the high at the end kind of changes. It's kind of like a finale.
Yeah.
To the song, and I do the rhythm a little different than the way he does too.
Yeah. Now, and that I think is totally fine, but take a song like, and we're going into a little bit different genre here, but think about Simple Man, Leonard Skinner.
Right.
I cannot hear that song in any other version than what they intended.
Right.
That's just one of the songs to me that, like, that Sweet Home Alabama are just, I don't know, they're just, those can't be changed.
Yeah. You ever heard Shinedown's version of Leonard Skinner?
I have, and I'm not a huge fan.
He kind of sings it the same, except for he hits a lot of higher notes at the end. Or I can't sing it the way he sings it. Shinedown's ridiculous.
Yeah. And not saying I'm not a fan of Shinedown. I'm just not, I don't know. I think maybe I guess it's songs. It's a personal interpretation, I guess, of favorite songs. And like Simple Man will always be a song that has a lot of meaning to me. So to hear it any other way besides the way Leonard Skinner did it, I don't. Yeah.
That's like Hotel California.
Yeah. Well, and maybe it's some of like the classic songs that were just mega popular and still are, that maybe you can't change up too much. Or I don't know, maybe you can. I don't know. That's a very controversial subject.
It very much is.
Yeah, I think maybe you just have to do the different rendition of it. And some people are probably going to like it and some people probably won't.
Right.
It's going to be, like you said earlier, it's going to be a split. Some will like it and some won't. So
yeah, it's very true. It's all people's personal opinions and likes, so it's all different. So
exactly. And but as long as people are listening to the music, wanting the music, coming back for more, then I think you as artists, y'all just continue giving them what you like and what they like, and there's going to be something that suits everyone.
Well, it's like it's not everybody
like the same thing.
Not everybody's gonna like the way you sing. Not everybody's gonna like your music. It's part of the listening world.
Yeah.
You have your own fan base, and that's what you need to stick with. Now, you can get other people from other fan bases. You can make a song that they just like, man, I don't really like all these songs, but this song is really catchy. So
yeah, absolutely. Let's see what Barbara is saying. You are missing out not hearing me sing it too. LOL, Scotty. Neil Diamond, John Denver, Roy Clark, Elvis, Marty Robbins, Hank Williams. I sing their songs also. Giving Lion Eyes. Asked Scotty if I maybe should have won that contest just for fun. He told me he loved the vibrato in my voice, by the way. 75. Wow, Barbara. All right, you go, girl. She's like giving you a run for your money on this karaoke contest that she had. She's thinking she should have won it over you. She sounds like she would be fun to be around for sure.
Oh, yeah, she's fun.
All right. Well, I have enjoyed having you on here and getting to go a little bit overtime here talking. It's been fun. We'll definitely do it again. I'd love to have you back. But I'm gonna let you get back to work, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, gotta fire up the computer.
I think I'm just gonna chill tonight and continue binge watching Ozark.
Oh my God! Don't look. I love that. So we were driving through Georgia, me and my girlfriend, and we drove over a bridge, and I'm looking over, and there's this bunch of trees and a big old lake out there, And I'm like, man, this looks like it was off the Ozarks. Because I've watched. I'm on season 2 now. And,
that's what we're on. Yeah.
And I was like, this looks just like Ozark. And she looks it up on Google. I'll be dang, that's where they filmed it, right there in it's a little city in Georgia.
Really?
Georgia has the most filming stuff. Yeah.
I did not know that.
It's in North Georgia.
Shoot.
I drove right over a bridge. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm in the town. Like, I wanted to find the marina right there off the river. I wanted to find it. I didn't know where it was. I just wanted to stop by there. It'd been cool.
So the marina, which marina?
The one that he took over in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah. What's the name of it?
I can't remember.
Gosh, I know what you're talking about though. Where the woman works at that's being bugged every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place. I can't think of the name of it.
I can't remember what it's called, but like, I don't know. It was cool because I was driving over and I said, this looks so crazy. And
I did not know that.
It's filmed right there in Georgia. You'll find there's a lot of movies and shows filmed in Georgia. Georgia's really, really
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But North Carolina, too. Hey.
Oh, really?
Hey, yeah. Yeah, we have a lot in North Carolina. What was that show? Shoot. Outer Banks. Did you watch the Outer Banks?
Yeah, I watched the first 5 episodes, I think.
Oh, it's really good. You need to go back to that one when you get done with Ozark. But the Outer Banks was supposed to be filmed in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, but they actually ended up filming it in Charleston, South Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's crazy. But so the big lake behind their house, is that actually in the Ozarks or is that somewhere else?
It's in Georgia. It's all filmed in Georgia.
So the whole Ozark was filmed in Georgia.
It's huge. Yeah. So like when I drove over the bridge, like I looked over and it looked, because I remember in the very first scene when they got to the Ozarks, they were right there on the cliff and they were looking and you could see this overhead view of like all the river running through. And I'm like, I drove over and I'm like, this looks just like from the Ozark, and I'll be dang, that's where it's filmed.
Wow. Now, cool. What road were you on, or was it like a major highway or just like a through?
I don't remember. It was a highway coming off. We got off the interstate. We drove through the mountains for a good, I don't know, hour. But,
wow.
But
that's cool.
We're gonna going over a bridge, and I looked. I said, "This is really cool. It's a little town." So
that is cool. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm glad you told me that. All right. Well, I'm going to watch Ozark now while you go back to work.
All right. Well, you have fun. Don't spoil it for me.
I won't. That's why I don't post anything about it, because I know different people like binge watch things at different times, and so that's what we're currently binge watching. So yeah,
it's really good.
Oh yeah, it really is. But it's definitely one that you have to pay attention to. Like, you have to pay attention or you'll get lost. There was something that happened last night on the episode we were watching. I can't remember what it was. And my husband was like, oh, come on, you remember this person, whatever. And I was like, look, I cannot keep track of the dead bodies on this show. I mean, there's so many.
It's gotten a lot crazier too.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see what season 3 is like. But
they're coming out with it. They're coming out with another season.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure when, but yeah. So, all right, Scotty Lee. Well, you take care and tell your girlfriend thanks for hooking you up with the sharing of the Facebook and the comments there. And
for sure, we're gonna keep sharing it too. We're gonna share it we're gonna post it on different pages and stuff too. So.
Oh yeah, sounds great. Yeah. Share away. All right. Well, y'all have a great night. We'll talk to you later.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye-bye.